Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
Most of us at one time or another have pondered what sits on exactly the opposite side of the earth from our own location. Dig down into the ground and keep on going until you emerge on the other side, and what would you find? There's even a term for this. Two opposite points on the globe are called Antipodes, which sounds like it ought to be a group of islands like the Hebrides or a mountain range like the Pyrenees. But the Antipodes are simply the 2 points where a really long pole would protrude if pushed completely through the planet. Being the sophisticated and well-educated listening audience that you are, I am certain you already knew that. What perhaps you didn't know is where Toledo's antipodal point is on the other side of the globe. Many Americans have accepted the anecdotal belief that if we could somehow transport ourselves all the way through the earth, we'd pop up in a rice paddy somewhere in the China interior, or perhaps in the middle of a traffic jam in Beijing. It seems we always think of China, and that there are people at the other end of the hole. If we could see them, of course, they would appear upside down to us. Well, the only way you'd encounter people is if by some miraculous stroke of luck, a ship was passing by. Toledo's antipodal point is in the middle of the Indian Ocean. For that matter, the same is true for most of North America, although Hawaii is opposite the Kalahari Desert in northern Botswana. So if you're entertaining the notion of tunneling your way through the planet from anywhere in the lower 48, your first concern when you surface on the other side might not be who you encounter, but what. You'll probably want to keep an eye out for sharks. Toledo's antipodal point is roughly 1,700 kilometers, or about 1,000 miles, southwest of Perth, Australia. A long way from any land, unless there's a little-known island out there somewhere. Just for fun and already knowing the answer, I entered the following Indian Ocean coordinates into an Antipodes map: 41.65 degrees south latitude and 96.46 degrees east longitude. The tunnel emerged on our side of the planet at the Imagination Station in downtown Toledo. The only place where you would find an antipodal point in China is if you start drilling in Chile or Argentina. None of this should be surprising since 2/3 of the planet is covered with water. But there are a number of antipodal points that are landlocked at both ends. Exact Antipodes cities include Hamilton, New Zealand, and Tangier, Morocco, Palembang, Indonesia, and Nieva, Colombia, Rafaela, Argentina, and a city in China actually called Wuhu. Wuhu indeed. Many cities are approximate antipodes, Lima, Peru, and Bangkok, Thailand, for example. How about Svalbard, Norway, and McMurdo Sound, Antarctica? McMurdo may not be a city, but it certainly is a landmass. I'm guessing that winters in both places are brutal. A final point about Antipodes cities. Because they are as far apart as 2 points can be, traveling from one to the other is probably about as expensive as travel gets. So if a couple in, say, Asuncion, Paraguay, want to visit Taipei, Taiwan, they may want to start saving up now.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.